Hi, sports fans. Welcome to Vitality Sports Media, and I have a special guest with me today. I have none other than Katelyn Kellogg herself. I mean, the GOAT at playing goalie herself. So,
Thank you.
Caitlin, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, so like Jayla said, I'm Katelyn Kellogg. I'm from I played at Gardner Webb University, just graduated there. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a goalkeeper and played for the women's soccer team at Gardner Webb, like I mentioned earlier, and we'll be playing at Coastal in the fall of next year. So I'm really excited about that. So right now I'm playing with Liberty. It's a summer league team, and after that's done and over with, late in July, mid-July, then I'll be headed over to Coastal.
Great. So, you got some pretty big things coming up in your career. So, tell us about your career. Like, how did you get started playing soccer? Like, what was that like for you?
So athletics were always a big thing in my family. You know how that is, the family,
Yes.
just we really started out with kind of trying different sports with me. I didn't necessarily have a preference until I got a little bit older, started to understand what I liked best, and that was obviously soccer. I started when I was about 3, but really started enjoying it when I was around 8, 9, and 10. So I started off
Okay.
as a field player, so I was forward, midfield, wings sometimes, but I really enjoyed goalkeeping and kind of transitioned back and forth from forward and midfield to goalkeeping in high school strictly. So that was kind of a whole life thing for me. I tried softball. That wasn't my thing,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Basketball a little bit in middle school. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and then I think that was kind of all the sports I tried. Maybe a little bit of I really wanted to play volleyball, but it was kind of too late for all that. So I stuck with soccer, and then that's how I got here.
So when you made the transition from a field player to playing goalkeeper, like what was that like? Like were you naturally a goalie and you just didn't know it, or like
Um, so I really just enjoyed it. Like one day, my coach put me back there, and he was like, "You're gonna try goalkeeper today," and I was like, "Oh, like I can do that for you." Obviously, it was a little bit scary for me. I'm younger back in goal. Girls are shooting at me, and you have to stop them, and that's a lot of responsibility at that age,
yeah,
regardless. But I just like the pressure of it. I liked that I had everyone's backs in a sense, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And what really helped me as a goalkeeper was the footwork I had gained from forward and midfield helped me a lot back in goal in the goal. So being 5'5", that's you got to be realistic. And I wasn't 6 foot, obviously, so
yes,
having that upper hand on footwork really helped me, and that's why I kind of stuck with um, goalkeeping at the time and taking advantage of that footwork I got from the top.
I see. So like you made your transition, so you figured out that soccer is what you wanted to play. That was your passion. So take us into like your high school career, and how did you start getting recruited? Like what did that look like for you?
So it was kind of a late recruitment for me.
Hmm.
Typically, coaches look for taller goalkeepers. Like I said, I'm 5'5", so I had to do a little extra work for things I could control. So you obviously know you can't control height, so you
Yes.
control footwork, communication, handling, and aspects of goalkeeping in general. My coach and I, goalkeeper coach and I, made sure to really focus on that.
Okay.
And the more we practiced, the more I got my name out there. The more I went to camps, the more I'd visit universities. And one day I had a coach from Gardner Webb come see me play. She really liked me, and that's how we started communicating, and that's how my recruitment process started. So she came and watched me play in Louisville.
I see. So it was like it started off as like I guess kind of like a local, like a smaller thing, and you were able to grow from it. So your career at Gardner Webb, like being a freshman playing Division 1 soccer, like what was that like? Like what was your headspace? How did you become like Caitlin? Like how did you become who you are today?
Um, I kind of entered. this, you know, as a freshman, you're anxious. There's no running from it. You're wanting to start. Now, obviously, there's some things that go along with that, which is fine. But one thing that I learned was being a freshman, it's okay to be anxious, but as long as that doesn't affect your playing, you will be okay. And going into Gardner Webb, I will say that Varga did give me a chance and he gave me an opportunity because a lot of D1 coaches, like I mentioned about 3 times now, do not look at keepers my height typically, but he did give me that chance. And it was scary, but you just have to do it. You just have to get over the fears you have. You have to take uncomfortable steps. And when you're thrown into a game, you just got to do what you do. And that is literally all you can do. That's the best advice I can give anyone is if you're given an opportunity, you literally have 2 options, which is to figure it out and do it, or you can kind of crunch under pressure. So you have to decide that. Nobody else can decide that for you.
Exactly.
And that's what you have to do.
I guess you learned how to do that early because you really did make an impact at Gardner Webb. So finishing your career, like what did that look like for you?
I was proud of myself, but I still wanted a little more. You already know how I
Yes.
I was proud of myself, and I was especially proud of my back line because we were so busy this last, my senior year, and we did everything we could as a defense. We weren't scoring as many goals as we wanted to, which was fine, but overall, I was not only proud of myself, but I was proud of my team as a whole because we showed up and played every game. Although it wasn't always the outcome, we did show up, we laced our cleats, and we just stepped on the field every time. So that's really all I could ask for, I can say I'm proud of myself, but, to finish off the way we did, it was fun, but, it was a tough loss against Longwood. But at least we made it there, and that's really all I can ask for from this team as a whole, for sure.
I feel like as athletes, there's always something that we can look back on, like when it comes to our careers, like because we got in that position, now we then like to look back and say, well, now I would have done this, or I would have done it this way, or I would have handled this like this. But I feel like, overall, when it comes to playing a Division I sport in college, to reach the milestones that you've reached and to capitalize off of the opportunities that you have had, because you're right, like you are by far not the tallest person, but your athletic capabilities allowed you to use that as a stepping stone to get to where you are now. So I feel like you should be proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. I am proud of myself. I got to keep working on my vertical to stay competing with everybody. Yes. But I am proud of myself and what I've accomplished at the height I am, and that being something I can't control. So I'm very proud of myself for that.
Yes. So Coastal Carolina. So Gardner Webb to Coastal Carolina. Please explain. Like how did you come to that decision?
So I knew that I wanted to enter the transfer portal, and every athlete knows that that's a make or break. And I was like, I don't want to, like you just said, not do something out of fear. So I was like, I'm gonna enter it. Like, I'm gonna see what happens. If nothing happens, then I'll always have a home at Gardner Webb, and we'll just play again for Gardner Webb, and that'll be perfectly fine with me. So you have to be almost not nonchalant with it, but laid back and easygoing, and just trust the process. You have to trust the process. So, with that being said, I wrote about 100 colleges down that I wanted to at least email or call, and I knew that at least one out of that 100 would give me the opportunity to maybe continue and pursue my soccer career. Now, did I think it would be Coastal? I wasn't necessarily sure about that. Was I confident that I could play there? Absolutely. I was not, I know I can play. I know I'm good, but I'm also as humble as I can be. But I knew that Coastal was a spot that I could definitely play. Whoever wanted to give me the opportunity, I knew that I was going to give it my all for my last year for sure. So we scheduled a Zoom call, and then everything happened within the Zoom call, and then I announced it, a couple of weeks after that.
Well, they gotta steal. If nobody else is saying I will, they gotta
Yeah,
steal.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations, Caitlin. Congratulations. So, Caitlin, after your career at Gardner Webb, you now know that you are attending Coastal Carolina University. You just keep finding some way to elevate and, surpass everybody's expectations. Tell us about your summer team that you're playing for, Team Liberty. Like, explain what is that to us and how did that opportunity come about?
Okay, so Coach Carlson, that is who reached out to me. We played Clemson this past year. Um, it was great competition, although we faced a lot of shots that game. That would be a great opportunity for my backline and I to kind of show out, and that's what we did. And so she reached out to me saying, do you want to play for Liberty? Like, you can come out, you can see how you like it. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. It'll give me some time to train. Going into Coastal, I'll be in South Carolina, so it'll be an easy move for me.
Yes.
And overall, I can meet new girls, new relationship connections, friends, and overall chemistry with other teammates. So I absolutely love it so far. It has challenged me not only mentally, but physically as well, obviously. We're a part of the, USLW League, so we do compete against other teams within South Carolina.
Okay.
But we're taking it game by game. We are undefeated so far. We have one tie, but it's all good. We're going to keep on making a statement. We play Wake Forest tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But all is well with Liberty. We have girls from Auburn, Clemson, Furman, Wofford, Gardner, Webb, all around, and the girls are amazing. I absolutely love working out with them and playing for them.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I kind of know you, I've seen your career, elevate, from a distance. And it's just like to see you at this point. I am definitely, as a supporter from one athlete to another, I'm very proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. I feel like any team that you play for, they're lucky to have a goalie like you. I don't know much about soccer, but I definitely enjoy seeing you play the game. You definitely have to send us some of your goalie pictures because, guys, if I tell you about Caitlin is nobody has the most serious goalie face in sports. I don't care what position you play. Her game face kills it.
I know, and that's another thing, because I met some of the girls and they were like, I was kind of worried because you looked intimidating, and I'm sitting here wanting to make friends and I'm happy, and I'm just like, I need to fix that because my game face looks like I'm about to kill somebody. But I get in that mode. You know what that mode is. So
yes, exactly.
It's just I can't get rid of it, but I'll work on it for sure.
Well, I know you gave some advice earlier, but I always like to end things off. If you have one piece of advice that you could give to, a soccer player, female or male, as far as getting into college or playing soccer in college, what is a piece of advice that you could give them?
Well, I'll make it a general piece of advice for my women athletes,
Okay.
So we have a tough time, just like any athletes. This can go for male athletes as well. We have a tough time taking that risk and stepping out of our comfort zone because as an athlete, we tend to be as perfect as we possibly can, and that is unrealistic.
Yes.
So my biggest advice is if you're in an injury, if you made a mistake this past game, if you don't feel like the same athlete you were, like I said prior to this question, you have two options. You can either break and you can just say I quit, or you can get back on your butt and keep pushing. You also have to surround yourself with positive people who build you up and help you grow. That can be kind of a hard thing if you have people around you that's like, I don't want to work out, or I don't, which is fine. That's their own, what they want to do. But my biggest advice is to just take risk, build your name, talk to people, communicate, build relationships, and overall just know you can do it because you're there for a reason. So you just got to believe that. And always, I got to give the man upstairs some props because he's really the reason why I'm here where I'm at. That's straight like that. But that's definitely the best advice I can give somebody.
Great. I mean, I feel like that's good advice. I sure can use it about to come off from an injury myself. So,
You got it.
I sure can use it. But like I said, congratulations on your accomplishments. Congratulations on everything else that you will accomplish in your future. Thank you for giving the great advice. I wish you the best of luck on your career, Katelyn.
Thank you so much, Jayla. I appreciate it. And thank
You're
you for
welcome.
your time today.